Ali was born on January 17, 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. In addition to being a professional boxer, he is also a social activist. Known for his bold stances on racial and political issues, Ali's speeches provide rich insights for sociolinguistic analysis. The objective of this video is to analyze how register and dialect in Muhammad Ali's public speeches reflect ethnicity, social class, and align with the social pillar of environmental, social, and governance by promoting equity and challenging systemic injustice. Four of the key concepts that will be explored in this video includes register, dialect, ethnicity, and social class. So what is register? According to Bieber and Conrad 2019, register is situational varieties of language, whereas dialect includes regional or social variations that attribute distinct pronunciations, grammar, and vocabulary. It can also be affected by several factors including geographical, social, and ethnic, according to Ulan 2020. Ethnicity, on the other hand, is how language and communications are influenced by socioeconomic factors, according to Imak et al. 2021. And lastly, social class, which is a social construct that categorizes people based on shared culture, traits such as language, religions, custom, and shared history, according also to Iran 2020.
Now I will be discussing the sociolinguistic and features in Muhammad Ali's speeches, focusing on how his language reflects identity, culture, and social issues. We will look at the key sociolinguistic concept, linguistic variation, social factors, and relate it all to ESG, especially the social pillar. Let's start with the basic sociolinguistic concept, which is register and dialect. Muhammad Ali shifts between formal and informal registers depending on the situation. For example, in his anti-Vietnam War speech, he uses formal rhetoric to deliver a powerful political message. But in his pre-fight Rumble in the Jungle speech, he adopts an informal, poetic tone filled with exaggeration and humor. He also uses African American Vernacular English, or AAVE, to connect his cultural roots and audience, reinforcing his identity and authenticity. Next, let's talk about linguistic variation and social factors. Ali is a master of code switching. He switches between AAVE and Standard English depending on who he is talking to and why. When speaking on social justice issues, he uses formal language to gain credibility. But when hyping up a fight, he turns to AAVE and dramatic storytelling to engage and entertain. His language reflects both his ethnic background and his working class upbringing, showing how deeply social identity influences the way we speak. Now, let's compare two important sociolinguistic elements, identity construction and audience design. Ali uses language to construct his identity as both a civil rights activist and a larger-than-life sport figure. His formal speech portrays him as a man of principle, while his informal speech builds a bold, confident public persona. He also designed his language to suit his audience, using serious tones for political audience and lively rhythmic speeches to connect with everyday fans. This shows how adaptable and intentional his communication style is. Finally, let's connect this to ESG, specifically the social pillar. Ali's speeches promote equity and human rights, especially through his anti-war stance and call for racial justice. At the same time, his use of AAVE and cultural references empower black communities and promote diversity. His voice becomes a tool for inclusion, representation, and social awareness, all core values of ESG social goals.
After the thorough explanation by Divanesh, now let's go to the social component of ESG and how it connects to both of the speeches. Muhammad Ali's refusal to fight in the Vietnam War wasn't just a political move. It was a powerful act of moral and social responsibility. As a famous athlete, he used his platform to speak out against racial injustice and question the government's action. This helped spark important conversations about civil rights and patriotism. This ties into the social part of ESG, which focuses on human rights, equality, and community impact. In another speech, Ali's confident and bold style, often seen as boasting, was more than just self-promotion. It helped reclaim cultural identity and inspired pride, especially in the African American community. Both speeches show how Ali used his voice to push for justice, equality, and empowerment. He became a true symbol of social awareness. In conclusion, Muhammad Ali's speeches show how language is a powerful tool for expressing identity and challenging inequality. By switching between formal speech and African American Vernacular English or AAVE, Ali connects with his community and speaks to the struggles of the working class. This reflects how both social class and ethnicity shape the way we use language. His style highlights key sociolinguistic concepts like register, the shift between formal and informal speech, dialect by using AAVE as a form of cultural expression, speech community on how shared language builds connection, and language and power by using words to resist oppression and inspire change. Ali's speeches also align with the social aspect of ESG as they promote equity, representation, and cultural pride. Through his words, Ali didn't just entertain, he empowered. And that's all from us today. Thank you very much for listening.